All right, guys, so in this video, you're going to see me coaching one of the new students that we have within our community and how I went through the process of finding about its root cause and answering some of the most asked questions when it comes to quitting porn, such as how can you quit forever? How do you deal with the urge, the temptation, the desire in that exact moment, and how to simply find your own personal root cause. Now, look, this call is literally packed with other questions that will be extremely helpful to you. So literally take a notepad and write down some notes because this is going to be very insightful. Okay, you're going to see that my student here found it very helpful as he had major breakthrough that you will be able to relate to and apply to your own situation. Now look, if you want to join the community yourself where you're going to have access to weekly coaching calls from me where you can ask me any questions, you'll get daily advice from me, direct access to me, a brand new course, my unreleased book, a workbook, and so much more. And also, I have two bonuses at the moment I'm recording this video. Just like I did with the student that you're about to see in this video, I will offer a free one-on-one coaching call and give you a personalized step-by-step guide just for you. And I will also, as a bonus, record a personalized video based on any questions that you might have. Okay, now look, I can't do this with everyone, right? So that's why I'm only doing it for the next few people that join. So you can go on the link in the description. You can join my community right now. At the moment of recording this video is only at $79 per month. We're going to soon increase the price again, so go ahead and join right now. Anyways, we'll go straight into the call. Be ready to take a lot of notes.
We like it. Then I actually, for the few days, I actually relapsed lah. I don't want to use the word, but that's what happened lah. Then uh I also don't want to do that, but however, I just feel like I can recover from it, Like it's not the worst thing in the world. That's what I'm thinking, like, but I try not to because like discipline, like all these things lah. So what are some things you think like can help? I mean, like, definitely I can recover from maybe one day. Today I do, then I don't feel so much energy. But we are humans. We can recover. So I don't want to fall into that cycle. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, okay. So very good question because that's something a lot of people struggle with. Now, if you do decide to watch porn again, don't interpret it as failure. Don't interpret it as relapse. Don't interpret it as, oh, this means that this is not working right now, so I need to do something else instead, right? What you need to first expect, okay, is like, look, if you're watching porn for a long period of time, right? Yes, you can quit cold turkey. Yes, you can quit forever. I've had people I coach do that, just like from the first few days after learning something new. But you wouldn't want to expect that because you'll be just deceived if you decide to watch it again. Because think about it, right? If you were watching porn all of your life because it meant that you can get intimacy, it meant that you can escape from life, it meant that you can get finally some pleasure because maybe you felt bored or lonely. Well, like, you probably still want those things the moment you want to quit, right? And maybe you still think to a certain extent that porn can give you those things. So don't expect just expect maybe to go back to it, right? Even though that it doesn't mean it's going to always happen, but still, like, expect that. And also, what I would say is, like, look, if you do decide to do it again, just see it as like a learning lesson, right? Like when I left video games, because I used to play a lot of video games, 12, 16 hours a day easily for multiple years. I decided to leave video games. I was watching videos saying that video games is bad. You should not play video games. Instead, you should self-improve, do all of those good things. And I still played the video games when I decided to leave video games, right? I still went back to it a few times, even 2 months after completely stopping it. And I just like kind of saw it as like, look, let me not feel shame about it. Yeah, I wasted my time. I kind of feel a bit bad playing video games because it wasn't something I valued anymore. But then you said, you know what, it doesn't matter. Let me just keep on being productive with my day and not really care, if that makes sense. So does that make sense so far? Because I'm going to add a few more
Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So also, one of the things that I say to people is like, look, give up the idea of like trying to be on this nofap stuff of trying to like reach a certain number of days and just trying to feel good based on the amount of time that you've been without porn, because you can feel good day one as much as you can feel good day 90.
So it doesn't really matter in that sense. You get the benefits once you just stop, if that makes sense. Most of the benefits, at least, right? Of course, if you stop for 1 year, there's going to be extra benefits, but they're not that significant. So that's the one thing. Now, the other thing I wanted to add was, yeah, okay. So if you do decide, for example, to PMO, how I would react to it is, yeah, you can feel a bit bad. You can feel, obviously don't feel like too bad, or don't necessarily feel like too positive. Like just normally react, naturally react, but then just keep on going with your day, right? Like keep doing whatever you were doing, right? Most people, they watch porn and then they give themselves the license to misbehave, meaning they say, oh, you know what, now I can't do anything. I'm gonna go in my bed and just sleep and just watch videos
True,
all day long. Yeah, I used to do that. I
always do that. Okay, today I binge. I can't work anymore. I'm just gonna binge.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go to the gym. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But like, it's like, no, like porn doesn't have any effect on you physically like that. It's just mentally you tell yourself those things. Porn cannot hold you back from going to the gym. It cannot hold you back from working. These things, like people still, do those things even when they, for example, consume drugs, when they consume even worse things. So just keep on with your day, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Yeah, forget what I wanted to ask. Is like basically, I know what you say about the reflecting. I think it's very good strategy to counter, because instead of like escaping like PMO, we can think of like how to improve ourselves and maybe even upgrade and feel better lah. So
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to say like something is something, but I forget. It's something like how to never go back again. But I know like that's very hardcore lah. That's hardcore, because if I do go back, I'm like how to
How to never go back.
how to never go back. Like okay, can we go to like the root of like why I do it? Maybe
Yeah. We can do that. I can first answer your question of like how to never go back, right? And that's by first like not trying to make it a goal to never go back. Okay, because if you make it a goal, then the whole thing of like try to not think of a pink elephant,
right?
You'll just think about a pink elephant. And so if it's on your mind, like am I free from porn? Do I feel like I'm never going to go back to it again? What's going to happen is like you're just going to overthink and maybe feel anxiety and stress around that. And then if you do decide to PMO, you're going to be like, well, look, I'm never going to quit. But true freedom and like truly letting go of something of the past, or something that's been a part of your life for so long, such as PMO porn, requires you to just like kind of let go mentally of this, right? Not just physically, meaning like you don't do it, but also mentally, to not like have it always in the forefront of your mind, right? So that's one thing. Now you said you want to go into the deep reason why, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, so good.
I have like some idea. Like usually is like my work not doing well. Like today something, or I make a mistake, something like that. Or I had a high expectation of a certain result, but I didn't get.
Yep.
Then even though I know I'm not recommended like I'm on a long streak, I feel confident, I feel energetic. It's so weird that I will just want to do it. It's so weird. It's like I know like if I hold my testosterone, mental clarity, even my own belief like luck, strength, power, all these. But when something go wrong on a specific day, maybe the willpower is I'm not sure, but I know it's not beneficial lah. But as you say, I think there is a benefit. I want the thrill or something to feel good. That's why I do it.
For sure. Okay. Well, here's the thing, right? There can be like a multitude of reasons. Let me just okay. There can be like a multitude of reasons. Like for example, if you go like the most common example can be like, okay, look, I don't want to watch porn masturbate, but if my sexual thoughts just keep on being there, it's going to disturb me from my work, from my focus. So might as well, PMO just once, right? And then deal with that later. That can be a reason. But like for you specifically, there's a series of questions we can ask, right? So first of all, like what would you be, and obviously in all honesty, and I'm not there to judge, and there's no right or wrong answer, but what would you be giving up if you were to stop porn, essentially?
Yeah, actually, the time there is an exercise you asked me to do, I think I did write it down. I did write it down in the notebook.
Okay.
So actually, benefit, benefit of so-called PMO is like thrill, excitement, distraction, like a moment of satisfaction or something like that. There's not much benefit actually, but maybe it's very thrilling. Maybe my life is not so exciting as I like it to be, maybe. Or like I feel far from my target goal, like my vision, my ambition is here, and then something happened and it goes further, then I start, then what's the point? Why not I take the thrill now, something like that. Then of course the benefit of not watching porn is a lot lah, like higher self-belief, confidence, but I believe the luck energy, mental clarity, more strength, more focus and drive, clearer skin, better mental health, better sleep quality of life, overall better feeling of life in general, train my discipline and willpower. So actually I know like the benefit of not watching is higher than the benefit of watching lah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, of course, makes sense. Now, what was I think you asked me a question, like you said, essentially you don't know why you do it, because like you feel good.
Yeah.
When you don't do it.
Okay, and so it's like you do it because you feel like you're not like at your desired state when it comes to your goals, your vision.
Yeah.
And
You want to essentially be able to feel good, right? Have that pleasure as if like you achieved your goal, right?
Yes. Oh, one more thing I want to add is, like, let's say I start every day, I work, I sleep well, I progress. Like, I feel like I'm doing something good, then I'm progressing. But then one day something bad happen, then yeah, it's just that one day, and then I think you get what I'm trying to say. Like, don't know how to articulate it by something like the every day I do well, then one day something happen or low state, like moment of weakness, and then I will choose to do it.
Okay, like so, yeah, I get it. Yeah, you know, everything is going well, and then like one thing happened. But I guess what does that situation exactly looks like?
I'm of course there are some days I have high expectation or but poker is still luck involved. There's variance like trading. So sometimes I lose. Sometimes, but usually it doesn't affect. Only when I make a mistake myself.
yeah.
I do a mistake because I do a mistake. Like the cards I can make a good play and the cards run out. The other person win. I'm not so like tilted. But when I own self, like sometimes I make a mistake myself or I get emotional. I make a mistake. Then I'll keep thinking about it. Then I will think negatively. Then I will feel like I want to self-destruct. I don't know if you have this like,
Uh-huh.
like self-hate. I want to self-destruct. So yeah, something like that.
Okay, and why do you want to self-destruct?
It's not like suicidal. No, like I just want
Yeah, no, I get it.
I just want to maybe I don't like the feeling of my life, or maybe that's why I feel like it's not reaching or it's not or I made so much progress but then I fucked up, something like that.
Okay, but like, what does that mean to you? Like, if you make so much progress and then you f up.
Uh, what does it mean to me?
Yes, like what does that reveal to you?
What does it reveal to me? Yeah, maybe I'm not sure. Like maybe I put my identity and self-worth inside my job. Then if I fucked up, then I will feel very negative lah. Yeah, but it's so quite not healthy lah, because actually I do well most of the time. Like most of the day I do well, I play well. It's just like one time, sometimes mistake lah. Sometimes I'll do a mistake.
Okay. Now, when you say like you put your self-worth or your value on that, like is it like the main thing you put your self-worth on, and if so, why?
or maybe like the day I lost, I didn't stop loss. For example, I have 2 to 3 buy-ins. Today I lose 2 to 3, I will stop. But I reacted emotionally, I continue, and then I lost more. Then I will feel very self-hate lah, because actually I didn't follow my structure lah, my routine. I think that's the number one reason lah. That's why it triggers me. It's like I'm doing so well, and then I fucked up by making a mistake and never managed well my bankroll and stuff lah.
Never met.
Manage what?
Never
Manage what?
managed like my plan lah. Didn't go according to my plan.
Mm,
Like let's say,
gotcha.
yeah, like let's say I have stop loss 2 to 3 buy-in, but I didn't stop. I still feel I can win. Then I go over there. Then somehow I lose more. Then I will start to feel negative lah. Or it's like I make a mistake and then I lost something. Then I feel very like triggered lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So what I'm trying to get at though with this is like, look, if you make a mistake or if you're not on routine or if you don't make as much progress as you'd like, usually if you react like very negatively to those things, it's not because necessarily that you like the thing itself is triggering you, if that makes sense. Like for example, like not making progress, right? It's oftentimes what it means, right? Like what's the meaning behind that, right? And that's what I'm trying to like get at, because that's going to help us with like exactly like understanding, okay, like maybe what are you trying to escape with porn, right? Because if you really think about it, right, if you watch porn, when you feel those things, that means that you're trying to like escape those things, or when you face those things, you're trying to like escape those things, right? So like why is it very important for you to be making progress and be overall productive?
What is it? Because I have a like desired goal, I have this ambition that I want to reach lah. Then if I fucked up, I feel like I make it further lah.
You want to reach what you said?
Like I want to reach a certain goal,
Yeah.
or net worth or a vision. Then
If-
I fucked up. If I fucked up too much, I feel like I wasted all the progress. If that
But why is progress important to you?
okay. Why is progress important to you? Oh, this is a good question. Why is progress important to you? Okay, sounds like I'm not happy with the current situation. Maybe if you ask me that, I can't think of a. But my first answer is that I'm not happy with my current situation.
Gotcha. And by the way, there's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
Like,
Anything you think of is good. So why you're not like satisfied or happy with your current situation?
Okay, I think I know the answer. Back then I had a huge, not huge.
Yeah, the what?
Back then I had a substantial net worth bankroll. Then I always traveled to play competition tournament. Then I feel very happy and I like it lah. I like to travel and challenge everyone and try to win lah. Then after that, I make mistakes and took shots took shot at the end. Then I fell down. Then I fell down. As I fell down, it's like now I need to build again. Then it's slow lah. Slow is okay. It's like if I feel I'm progressing, it's okay. But sometimes I fucked up. Like then I start to subconsciously I want to go harder. But then because I fucked up already, I fucked up more. So maybe I lose more. Then I will feel I'm further from that vision lah. Maybe. I think the
Okay.
point is maybe not satisfied with my current like situation lah.
In what way? Exactly.
Like financially.
Like how does that make you feel?
What does that make me feel? Wow, such a good question. How does that actually doesn't really I mean I can feel better. Actually it doesn't really make me feel so bad,
Okay.
It's just I feel like I will be more happy if I'm back to the older self or better self lah. That's I guess. Because if you ask
Gotcha.
me, actually I don't feel so bad. I don't have to work. I still have a bank roll. I still can do what I enjoy every day. So actually, it's not really, yeah. But so some now I talk to you, it's like I feel like, wow, sometimes the thing also don't make sense to me.
We get it.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's normal. Just because like when there's things like unconsciously that maybe you haven't changed like in a long time, once you bring them to the conscious by just like telling them to me or to yourself, like you realize, well, it doesn't make sense anymore. Why am I feeling this way? I'm just feeling this way because I'm used to feel this way or to think that way, right? So that's one thing. But going back to the mistakes, like what exactly did those mistakes meant to you back then when you did commit those mistakes, as you said?
Back to me. I feel like I never follow my system. I lose control. Maybe like I lose control of myself and my situation. Like I overstep lah. Like if I set a limit, I lose, I stop, fine. But I feel like I never follow through with what I plan and I should supposed to be doing lah. If that makes sense.
Wait, so I'm not sure I understand. Can you like clarify?
Yeah. Sorry, what was the question again?
So what did those past mistakes like meant to you? What did they reveal to you? Like how did like why I guess like they made you feel bad?
I mean, losing money. Yeah.
Losing money?
Yeah.
Okay, so losing money, but why was losing money bad? Like why is it bad for you?
Maybe I put like self worth to that. Maybe like why? Yeah, why I lose more? Like, oh, I don't understand also. Like maybe I put my identity on my work and money. Maybe, and then if my money drops, I feel like my value drop. If that makes sense.
Why is that the case though?
But go back to the point. It's mostly like I mistake something. I did a mistake. Then I hate myself. I mean, I also not sure. Like I do a mistake. Then I start to do more mistake. Then I cannot accept. Yeah, something like I cannot accept it. I cannot accept. I want to turn it around. I
Why?
cannot accept losing. I cannot accept.
Why can't you accept it?
Why can't I accept this? Maybe I'm not sure. Like, my brain say like maybe you feel you're not good enough. Because I don't know what to say. Like if you ask me this, like why can't I accept this? Why can't I accept this? Oh, because I don't like to lose out, maybe.
You like to lose.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't like to feel powerless. I don't like to feel weak. I think I start to understand really. Now I start to understand. It goes back to childhood really.
Yeah,
I
to
wasn't
childhood?
like I wasn't like fucked up like bullied or what lah, but you know like but I remember when I was young I don't feel like I feel like unseen and nobody respect me. I feel like that.
And why did you felt like that? Like was there like any examples or situations?
When I was young I was small and quite weak lah. Then
Quite
I
weak,
think
okay.
yeah quite like small and skinny lah, and then don't really have like I mean some people can be small and tiny but they have like a brave heart, you know.
Yeah,
They are crazy. They for me I admit like, I was quite young. When I was young I was a pussy.
I get it. I get it. I respect you like you know, being open about this. So you like, and did that like have any impact on your life, or how did that make you feel?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It actually it affect a lot of things. It makes me want to like progress and gain power.
But okay, so like it motivates you to do those things.
Yeah.
But did it have
Like a negative impact on you back then.
Perfect. Sorry again.
Did it have like a negative impact on you back then?
Yeah.
In what way? Exactly.
I just don't feel like going to school. I play game and I PMO lah.
So like you were trying to avoid other people at school?
Yeah, I stopped going at some time, and then I just play game at home and PMO.
Okay. Makes sense. So you were trying. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Because here's the thing, right? Here's what we did, right? We went from like, okay, you want to PMO, just because it's something which, you do to escape, right? So like, to when something goes bad, but essentially what you're trying to actually escape, and this is me, just saying this based on like what we just talked about. It's like you're trying to potentially escape you going back to that state of being powerless and being weak and small, right? Even if it's not like necessarily rational, because like you've grown up, right? You're 28 right now.
Yeah.
So it's like you're like, we as human beings, it's like, these things that happened in our past, we're trying to like avoid them as much as possible. The same way, like for me, for example, if you watch some of my YouTube videos, for a while what motivated me was to simply like not go back to the state of me when I was younger, being bullied, being laughed at. So it gave me a huge drive and hunger to like work, just like you a bit, like work hard and really progress and be as productive as possible, gym wise, work wise, knowledge wise, like many different areas of life, just so I can be the guy that never goes back to being bullied. So like you see, like with you specifically, it's more like, okay, when you want a PMO so that you can just escape or not not think about that state. I mean, going back to that old version of you that was powerless, weak, and small, right? And you're trying to avoid that at all costs, essentially.
Yeah, I think that's the true reason. Somehow it came out. I didn't even know that. It's like I thought it's like, oh, I feel negative, I want thrill, and then if you ask all these, makes sense. It goes back. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's just like something which, we bring from the unconscious to the conscious, right? So yeah, man. Okay, and yeah, so that's one thing. What I'm gonna do with this specifically, okay, is it's good like to like see it again, like to the unconscious that we just brought to the conscious, like to see it again. So what I do with every student is I send them a recap of this meeting, right? And I'm gonna send you a document explaining what's the reason why, the deep reason why, and the process that we went through, as well as like some things that you can do from now on. But do you have any questions based on that so far?
I'm just like very happy I found out about this, because you in your video and your book there is a like also something like keep asking why we do that, and then I keep thinking why I want to have sex, example then I say power. I keep thinking power, conquer, like domination. Then I don't know why. I don't understand why, but it just makes sense. But now you tell me, it makes sense, because the child last time was the one to feel that way lah. So we want to overdo it, become the opposite.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, here's the thing, right? Like having like those desires for power, for it to become strong, to be stronger, and such things. It's not like we're trying to like completely remove them from you. You can still have them, like if you want, right? Like for example, you can still want to have intimacy, like in certain ways, or you have certain preferences, right? We're not there to like completely remove them, because you can still own them and be like, you know what, I want that in my life, right? But I'm just like bringing in like, okay, what's exactly like causing that desire, what created that desire, so that you can then essentially decide whatever you want to do with that, right? So yeah, so now do you have like questions overall or anything you want to learn about?
Because now that we find out about this, so what's like the step I should move forward from it? So next time I feel like doing that, I do what? Like I think back about the child, or like what steps can I take?
Yeah.
Now we know the reason, but Like what's the next step?
Well, okay, so you have access to the videos. Would highly suggest you finish the course, right? The 4-hour course that I have in the school community. And with that, that's going to allow you to essentially just really get to the root cause of like other issues, the root cause, like just essentially the reasons why we, for example, like watch porn and like this more so surface level, right? That's going to be very important because sometimes we have limiting beliefs, we have limiting, I mean, things that are limiting us that we just act upon. And what I would suggest, I really like building the vision. Have you worked on that?
No, building a vision board.
Vision what?
Sorry, you said building a what?
A vision, right? I just it's something I highly suggest people do, even though like it's not necessary. It's just like based on talking to you, I know that this is going to be very helpful because you're someone that really wants to achieve certain goals. And if you can like create the vision, essentially the vision is like having like crystal clear clarity on where you want to be in life, what do you want to do, right? And essentially building a new version of yourself, right? The dream version of yourself, the dream version of your life, right? Describing it to the T. And what that allows you to do is like it makes it real. And once it becomes real, it's like you have like your old self, aka like the current version of you, and you're going to be moving towards that new version of yourself, right? And so what happens is that old version, oftentimes, you know, this PMO, this maybe bad habits, whatever, like you start detaching from those things naturally because you're like, well, no, I want to go there. And going there means like, you know, giving up PMO, giving up other things. And there's way more benefits living that life and becoming that version of myself, essentially. So there's a 40-minute video on that that I would suggest. Now, of course, like I said, I'm going to make also a personalized video, right? If you have more questions, you can add them so I can record it by tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, I want to say it's very helpful. This feels like therapy. It feels like, I keep imagining what if, let's say I don't have this call, or like some people, they don't have this call, they don't even know like why they do certain things. Because they never uncover. Like, so I feel like this thing very important. You need to know because you know some people like from young to old, maybe they have some trauma but they don't know about it. Then they never uncover therapy or whatever, and then they will keep doing the same thing, but they don't know why they do it also. So I say like this is very helpful. Very helpful.
Awesome. I mean, I'm glad to hear it, of course.
I think can say it feels like life changing, but we will see moving forward.
You said what?
Feels like life changing.
Okay, awesome, man. Yeah, of course. And this is the thing, right? Just wait until like you complete the vision, and I know like you're gonna love it because that's like you're the type of guy that's like a goal oriented individual. So like you'll just see like your life will actually change forever with that. And yeah, what I was going to say, just like you know what you said about being able to uncover those reasons, right? Through like a session like this, it's like you know like those people that like I mean basically everyone has like you know this for example a parent, right? Sometimes they're gonna lash out on their kids for specific reasons, right? Like oh the kid is not like productive at school, whatever. But oftentimes it's like they're kind of like they have like reasons like things that happened to them when they were young they had never ever tackle. So whenever they get angry, they get like very angry, right? And that's like you know if they were to tackle those things they'll realize well look, me being angry is not going to fix that, right? We're trying to like get something out of like our reactions or our actions. Like for example with PMO, we're trying to like you know for example feel as if we were having intimacy, because if we feel like we're having intimacy then we feel as if like maybe we took revenge from our bullies because now we're having intimacy, we're not this loser anymore, right? There's like so many of these like unconscious things that we need to tackle. So yeah, but do you have more questions?
So yeah, how to do the vision board? Like what I need to do? Like you have a video on the school or
Yes,
okay.
Do you have it?
yeah, very good video. Yeah,
Is part 3 or part 2 or part 1?
it's in the extra materials, I believe.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that.
Cool. Yeah. Highly suggest you do it. Like that would be actually number one before the course, I believe, because that's going to like set up the base foundation for everything. So yeah, so that's one thing you can do. Second thing, like I said, the course. Don't want to make it too time consuming though, because like these are like, okay, 40-minute vision video and then a 4-hour course. And also, of course, like ask questions, okay? And a tip I give to a lot of people is like, look, start detaching from like consuming NoFap content, from doing the NoFap stuff, counting days, whatever, and really just focus on other areas of your life and stuff, right? Like, naturally, don't like, put in your mind that, you are a NoFap and that's part of your identity. Just like detach from those things.
Yeah. Very, true. Very helpful.
Awesome.
Yep.
Any other questions?
I just feel like it's very good, very good session. Like you really, like more people should know about this. Like really, they should. If the person really want to change and want to learn, right, like you really can open up their subconscious. Yeah, very good. I was wondering, like like school there is like the recurring thing, right? So let's say
Yes.
if I can introduce you like a monthly recurring people, like you can give me like commission, right?
Oh yeah. So on school you can do affiliates, and I can set it up if you want.
Yeah, there's because I feel like this will really helpful for people, really that you can they will benefit so much, minus the PMO stuff. But if the person got a PMO issue, better also, so they will need it more. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had another guy ask me that actually, so I'm gonna set that up, because like with the community, the goal though with the community is not like for people to stay forever. It's like for people to quit and really just become free as soon as possible. And of course, like if they want to stay longer, we have also other things that we're going to tackle soon, right? Other aspects of life, right? Because this effortless method process is also is there to tackle other issues, such as, for example, the issue with the phone and scrolling can be a big one. The issue with being able to pursue fitness and be productive in your work, and overall be driven and hungry in many aspects of life. And so many other things. Like, for example, you asked me about coaching, right? How to learn, learning how to coach people, and overall understanding like psychology and like what motivates human beings, how to feel more happy and all of those things, how to feel more fearless. So yeah, man, I'm gonna set that up for you.
Yeah, and just a feedback. Yeah, really, you should do that, because actually it's I know like the hook is like quitting PMO, but actually it's not there, because there's a reason why we PMO. Actually, that's the hook, but actually the real reason is not that. It's like uncovering the root, and then finding out and moving up from there. Yeah, it's actually, I mean,
Yes.
some people want to quit, but actually, now I talk to you, actually, it's not. That's just the start, Actually, it's not. That's not the main thing, I find like helpful, Actually, is the other things. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because like if you think about it, right, like anyways, people don't want to just like quit porn, PMO. They want what they're going to get as a byproduct of quitting PMO, right? Marriage, for example, relationships, successful business, successful career, fitness, being in shape, things of that nature, right? And much more. So like, of course, like that's what we're tackling, right? It's just PMO is like the main issue. It's the main problem that people have. We're going to tackle that and tackle the other aspects as well, right? So yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you should set it up. Then you give me a link. I will. Yeah, I'll see if I can find people. It's really very helpful. Very helpful.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, just let me know. But like I said, I'm going to send you the personalized video tomorrow, right? Based on the questions you've asked me, and just let me know. If you want, like, for example, I'll record a video. I'll send you a recap email and homework based on this meeting, like what you can do, and also what we just covered, right? So you have it, like you can always consult it back. And yeah, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, no, not right now, but very helpful. Thank you.
Awesome. No worries, man. No worries.
All right, man.
Yeah.
And just let me know if
okay.
If you
anything comes up.
All right, man. See you.
See you, man. Take care.
Yeah, you
All right.
So guys, I hope that you took down a lot of notes, and I hope that you've been able to really apply this as much as possible for your own situation. Now, if you want to join the community, like I said, right now, there's a few bonuses. A one-on-one call with me where you're going to be able to talk to me directly and be coached for about an hour, where you can ask me any questions, where I will go over in depth your root cause so that you can tackle it, and I'll give you a step-by-step personalized blueprint just for you. And on top of that, I'm going to create a personalized video, meaning you'll give me a list of questions that you have, and I'll answer them through a personalized video based on your own situation on how to tackle these specific questions and prompts. So if you want to join, click the link down below in the description. The price will increase soon, and we're working on new things that will be added to your community. So you can lock in your price right now at $79 per month only to learn how to quit porn, masturbation, and lust forever, so that you can become the man who is free from lust, from masturbation, from porn, from fetishes, from your fantasies, and become the highly disciplined masculine man who is able to attract a woman for marriage, who is able to build a successful business or successful career, who actually has confidence, is able to be productive, get closer to God so that you can live your life to the fullest. And as I talked about by the end of the call, this is not just even about quitting porn. This is about really tackling the problems in your life that will allow you to move forward, right? Eliminating whatever is holding you back mentally so that you can become the best version of yourself when it comes to fitness, relationships, your projects, your purpose, spirituality, financially, and emotionally, okay? So I'm looking forward to seeing you in the community.